Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm cast, the side of East Yorkshire, and today I have a 1v1 on Tranquility's End. Over in the Imperial Guard corner we've got Chilling Tango, whereas in the Ork corner we have got Mad Dark. Mad Dark cooking up, double Slugger Boys, a Gretchen squad, as well as a Generator and a Du Bois hut, whereas Imperial Guard are going for an Infantry Command, Plasma Generator, 1, 2, 3 Guardsmen, and an extra Tech Priest Engineer just for the fun of it. Infantry Command being popped smack bang down next to the strategic point over here for its defensive properties in case there's any mischief and Ork nonsense coming along their way. I mean, if there's a big mech coming out earlier on, that might be the case, but no, we see a Shooter Boy squad instead. To be honest, from the Ork perspective, they might be expecting the command squad with their usual priest and psyker and whatnot. There we go, we've got commander going on in the infantry command there, so maybe shooters would be a good idea for the defensive properties that they have in the form of shooting things from a distance. Guardsmen over here going to be capturing this strategic point here, and same with these guys over there. Nothing too drastic going on, everyone's just doing their usual. There we go, got a big mech following up as well. Not opening up with a war banner, just going with a generator, so they won't be seeing any early Storm Boys or Pilot Guns or anything like that. Straight away these Ork Slugger Boys, not going to try and capture anything, just going to go straight in for some close combat, slicing away with their axes, cutting these men in half, although they will see this commander, and this commander says, no, you leave my boys alone, my precious guys, I will keep them safe. He is getting a priest on the way. For a second I thought he was going to get two priests, and he did have it on auto-replenish, but no, he's just going for one singular priest. Two priests, one commander, we've all seen that video. Shooter Boys are going to be up and about. Commander will see the Shooter Boys and decide to turn away from him. Or them, should I say. Get the plurals right, Mr. Landshark. We do speak grammatically correct here on this channel. Shooter Boys continuing to chase down, more Orks going around on this side. These Orks just going to chill out and try and capture this strategic point. Big mech moving down the river. Lots of guardsmen over here though. Slugger Boys are going to race up ahead, try and get involved. Shooter Boys are going to teleport somewhere. I'm going to teleport straight over here. This Tech Priest Engineer didn't see him coming. He's going to fall back a little bit. Guardsmen are going to retreat in return. These Shooter Boys are going to, well, for lack of a better term, they're going to shoot their way through these Guardsmen. Almost getting a squad wipe there. Only two models left, one model on quite low health. They are on auto-replenish. Commander squad saving his dudes. Getting involved, taking down one Ork. Got another bunch of Ork nonsense going around on the back flank. Guardsmen falling back. These guys have regained their morale. Shooter Boys not looking all that pretty. As the... Is there a command? Commander's still alive, but very low health. Does look like he's going to fall back. Only 51 health in total. My god, this... Almost a full squad wipe there. Commander actually goes down to the fire of the Shooter Boys and the big mech. Now going to turn their attention to this camera pan. We'll look at that. Tech Priest Engine here does go down. Do see some electric nonsense from the Psyker. Going to bring the big mech down to about half health. Guardsmen now going to turn their attention to the Shooter Boys and the big mech, and they're going to retreat in quick succession. Although turning around, going to slap an attempted slapping of the Psyker, but the Psyker decides to boom them away with his big brain powers. More Guardsmen around the side. These Shooter Boys do not look very healthy. They are going to teleport back home where it's safe. Thank you, Flip. Only about 3.5 minutes, nearly 4 minutes into the game. Loads of death already. Commander's gone down. Big mech almost went down. What's going on in the base at the moment? 62 and 10 compared to 80 and 10. Orks with a slight blue money advantage. Guardsmen going to tunnel down through the negative cover of the rivers. Although with the sheer amount of firepower, they are going to probably push these Shooter Boys back. Two squads of Shooter Boys now. Slugger Boys over here just going to try and cap this critical location. There's an impressive amount of Guardsmen though. They may have their morale broken, but there's still a lot of them left to fire away with their little flashlights of death. Orks are going to fall back. Listing post over here has been upgraded level 2. So we'll do a fair bit of damage to these guys. Command squad almost getting its priest. These guys are just going to hover around in the base. Not want to push down to the river too far. If they can keep the Guardsmen in the river, that'll be ideal for them. Absolutely melting the way for the health of these Guardsmen. Got a pile of guns coming down. As we said, that came on a little bit later as they went for a plasma gen instead of a early war banner. Listing post being minced away by this priest and his friends. Big Mech shaking his pistol at him, seeing if he could send him away. Command squad again quite on low health. These guys are going to move a little bit closer. Still in the negative cover there. Priest's going to charge in. And Big Mech is going to teleport away just in the good time before he dies. Saving the life of his comrades in arms. Imperial Guard decapping this critical location. Not critical, sorry. This just regular old strategic point over here. Any big developments. More plasma gens. More listening posts. Orks have captured this critical location in the middle. Guardsmen holding firm on this little island over here, on this archipelago of a map. Big Mech being replaced. That is not a cheap thing to replace though. 190 blue money and 50 green money. That's going to set back. Although mind you, Orks don't need to really do all that much to get to tier 2. Just need to build lots of war banners. Orks going to move over here trying to capture this critical location. Imperial Guard building up a listening post. Orks need to pressure this somewhat. They don't want a listening post of the Imperial Guard variety on the doorstep of their base. Be very damaging for their well-being if they've got a little Imperial Guard tunnel going all the way down the map. Tier 2 going for Imperial Guard. Another war banner going down for the Orks. They are going to be a little bit behind in the tech situation, but like I say, they had to rebuild their Big Mech. Moving forward once again down this side of the river. Seems to be a popular destination. Nothing in the way upgrades at the moment. They are going for a tactical control now. Another infantry command going down here as well. That's what I like to see. Sometimes you don't see more than one infantry command for an Imperial Guard player, but you've got to keep in mind that the tide of war always turns in a game of Dawn of War. When you're on top 1 minute, you could be at the bottom next. You never know when you might have to play defensively. Also gives them the ability to reposition their army with increasing speed as the game goes on. Listening post being rebuilt on this recaptured strategic point. Countdown for Mad Dark. 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Upgrade has gone down. They are now going to go for Ministorum Temple. So lots and lots of priests I will expect. No commissars there. So they are probably going to go for that Emperor Save Me, Please Don't Kill Me ability, which keeps all the guys alive forever and ever, amen. They are now on 45. I do believe that is Stormboy level of orkiness. Whether we will see them or not is another story entirely. Although, mind you, with 2 shooter boys and not much in the way of slugger boys, Stormboys would probably be the plan. Guardsmen now going for their grenade launchers. Made these shooter boys very, well, how would I say it? Makes them very subtle. I can't get my words out. I do apologise. The guardsmen will be able to kill the shooter boys really easy. That's what I'm trying to say in some words or less. Shooter boys will try and shoot them, but then they'll be on their asses too long to actually shoot them back. And yet all these guys, so 3, 6, 9 in total. 55. Now enough orkiness to get their mech shop. Probably go for some war tracks. Or some war trucks. Some bomb chuckers that would certainly open up the fighting area for the Orks. They got any big shooters on them by any chance? Yeah, 2 big shooters. Yeah, there we go. Grand total 4 big shooters. So if they could just get... I mean, I quite like this angle. Although they are quite bunched up a bit. Almost losing, yeah, 2 models in 2 volleys. And what did one of them have a big shooter? Not quite sure. Let's have a look. Ah, one of them, 1 big shooter. Yeah, so they have lost 1 big shooter there. Again, 40 blue money and 10 green money. Not the cheapest thing in the world. Big mech shop has dropped. War truck being cooked up. Gretchen infiltration research on the way. Bombers are finally coming out. Bit late to the party, but we'll take them anyway. Guardsmen just chilling out round the centre, keeping their eyes on this critical location. Although it does look like the Orks have got this one and this one. So the Guardsmen will have to do something about that. These Slugger Boys have been on a journey. They've just been capping and... oh, well, yeah, just basically capping everything within their sights. Moving a bit forward, although they don't want to get too close to these Guardsmen on their grenade launchers. Commas are moving forward. Going to join one of these guys. Intimidating them into... superior performance. Orks almost been used as like a scouting unit. Wartrock speeding away. Going to circumvent the entirety of the guardsman's line. Although, curse the machine spirit, that is a very unfortunate place to be stuck. They're going to have to get out. Although their health will be cut down very, very quickly. Almost an entire squad wipe there. In fact, maybe even a squad wipe just there. They're only out for a couple of seconds, but with a grand total of 9 grenade launchers, going to have to see something in the way of heavy infantry from the Orc player if he wants to live and survive in this game. Mechanized command firmly planted in this little area. Big Mech falling out of the War Truck over here. War Truck is going to go down. Big Mech has gone somewhere, wherever he's gone. I just teleported away. Mad Dark still with the countdown there. Guardsman will have to decap something at some point. We do have a tank squad, or tank buster squad out. And the Imperial Guard are going to go for a Sentinel Depot. So these tank busters won't really have anything to bust. Guardsman rushing off the western flank. Going to decap this critical location, no doubt. And this Mechanized command not quite looking like it's finished, although it is definitely finished. Slugger boys losing one of their valued members. No more shall they walk with him. Ah, there we go, our killer cans, I like it. For some killer cans, that will be the primary target for these sentinels. Killer cans can get in to close quarters with these guys. They will, well, they'll just be really good for them, won't it? I imagine the killer can will be quite pleased with themselves if they get into close combat. Tearing and ripping apart each Hume. Shooter boy moving up the eastern flank. Sentinel moving around this side. Will be decapping this critical location. If I can look into my crystal ball, that is my prediction. Heavy bottle truck being popped down here, so guardsmen turtling up a little bit. They could probably, to be fair, probably push into the base a little bit. Maybe do a bit of damage. Do have a custom gadgets research. Will allow them to use the tank zapper field. Stop these sentinels from moving forward. Killer can moving into this side of the base. Listening post level 2 will be on the brunt of the blades and saws of the killer can. Tank busters teleporting in with the help of the big mech. They will have seen the sentinel, but they haven't quite got there in time to catch him. The guardsmen, all three of them firing into him. Don't do all that much damage, but just a sheer amount of firepower will eventually get him down. Assistance from the sentinels as well will make quick work of him. Killer can becomes the killed can. Only gets the listening post down to half health. It's not the best use of your killer cans. We're going to go for a fourth sentinel, but standing against it. 3 sentinels is really all you need. Anything more is a bit overkill. Now I'm going to see if they can shoot down on this listening post. Zapper, Doofer coming from the big mech. We also have a war track firing its rockets into the sentinel. War track has also got its bomb chucker. Will go down to the 5 sentinels. Orc player not really catching a break at the moment. Throwing a lot of resources into the firing line of the Imperial Guard and not really getting much value out of each model. We've got some big shooters, some more Dakar, some more choppy research going in. But there's no units for all that research to go for. Ah, there we go, some flash kits. Flash kits will absolutely murder all these guardsmen. They will cut through their ranks like a hot knife through butter. Well, they are just going to chill here, just regaining their forces. 1, 1, 2, and 79 compared to the guardsmen. 1, 10, and 79. So the smallest, the slightest of fractions of blooming advantage in the Orc department. They are going to focus down on these war banners. We do have a fighter bomber, ideal for these compact units of guardsmen. And look at that, absolute destruction. Blowing these guys away. Fighting juice on these flash gates. We'll keep them going. And there we go, these guardsmen are not sitting so pretty anymore. Sentinel being shot down. Another sentinel moving on the side, although they will be very quickly knocked down just by the sheer amount of Orc buildings and stuff going on. Very slow rocket. To explode these guys. Got a zappy thing going on, this flash gets mob. Will break the morale. Lots of models on very, very low health. Fighting juice keeping them in the fight. Fighter Bomber needs to just weaken this mass of units for a little bit longer. Ooh, we do have a Basilisk coming out on the field now. That's exciting. Guardsmen may be able to form a siege line. If they can't get into the base, then maybe they could just stand outside and slowly but surely whittle away at the Ork defences. Orks, though, not looking to be defensive. They are pushing in Mad Docs and Flash Gits alike. The ultimate pairing. Very rare that you see a Flash Git mob without a Mad Doc, and vice versa. Listing Post going down quick, sharpish. Will probably decap that. Tank Busters, 2 squads in total, moving in support of the Flash Gits. Another Sentinel, last one remaining, just chilling out. Basilisk firing away into the Flash Gits line. Tank Buster's been shot down by the Guardsmen. The last of Slugger Boys, by the look of it, have gone down as well. Rest in peace, you Green Angels. You've done so much for the cause so far. Mad Doc standing on his own. Doesn't want to be part of any of this. He likes to watch. That's his game. And there's a bit of a standoff at the moment. No one wants to quite engage it with anyone else. Ah, they were waiting for the fighting juice ability to go up. So for a little while at least, nothing that the Guardsmen can do will weaken their resolve. It will lower their health down to 1, but that's all it will really do. Guardsmen jumping into the infantry command. Probably seeing if they can dodge these missiles from the fighter bomber. Lots of Daka coming down the riverside. Although it doesn't seem to be doing all that much. Ah, the priest is activating his Save Me Emperor ability. These guys are falling back just a little bit. This poor Tech Priest Engine Seer not surviving for much longer. Caught out of position by the Flash Gates. We do have a Assassin on the field. You've never really seen Assassin being used all that much. But high DPS on this boy. Valkyrie Bomber coming in. Not quite getting any kills due to the fighting juice, but does get several models, 3 in total, down quite nicely. Cassigan squad out on the field. About to be exploded by a bomb. Knocking them around, spreading their numbers out. Mad Doc over here. Using his health regen aura to get the tank busters back in fighting shape. Flash Gits trying to keep away. A lot of low health models. They don't want to tussle them anytime soon. Fighter Bomber getting more shots in. Definitely paying for himself. Guardsmen over here. Slow but surely wittering their way down the Listening Post's health. Grots will not be able to save it there. Flash Gits moving back again. Being cornered. We do have a war boss. Oh my goodness, we've got a war boss like in an actual game, which is not like the last 5 seconds of the game. Look at him go! Fantastic stuff. Using his long-ranged shooty bits, which do a hell of a lot of damage. Although he's not content with shooting at a distance, he will get close and personal. Fighter Bomber has gone down. But the war boss doesn't care whether it's man, Ogrin, Cassigan. He'll pick him up all the same, slapping him down. That's probably, if I could do a... What would it be? A remake of Dawn of War Soulstorm. I'd have it so the war boss could come out a little bit earlier, because it's just you don't see him enough in games, and having a war boss in an Orc War is kind of an essential thing in my headcanon anyway. But mind you, this assassin, wherever he is, wherever he's living, is getting some serious damage in. One problem with the assassin is, because he's so small and because it's just one guy, you don't really notice him. So, and it doesn't make like any big noise or anything like that, so you've got all this extra damage coming in from a source that you don't really pay any attention to. Flash Gates, again losing the morale, fairly low on numbers. Big mech in the unit. We have the Guardsmen over here decapping this critical location. Going to reset that critical location timer. Tech Priest Engine Seer being shot up by the looted tank. There we go. I mean, we've got some high tier stuff going on here. We've got full-scale war coming on for the Imperial Guard, so potential Lehman Rust players coming on. War boss staring the commander in the face. Not quite going to go for him there. Lots of flash kits over here. Anything else coming out? I've got just some regular old slugger boys. There we go, just coming out. Oh, mind you, is it... Oh, has he got that reset? I mean, can we see it on the... No. But has he got that reset where it's like unlimited orcs? I think it is. Oh, I think it is. Oh, excellent stuff. There's a constant stream of greenskins moving down the left flank. Have they been auto-rallied over there? They have. Yeah, there we go. The green tide. Moving down. Occupying the guardsmen. While these guys, the high tier, the cream of the crop of the orc faction, move round the side and see what they can do from a distance. We'll be aiming at this heavy bolter turret, making quick work of it before changing their attention to this listening post. Fantastic stuff. Looted Lehman Russ also shoring up their numbers. Command squad getting involved, but they are going to be surrounded by all the orcs. They're not going to be able to get out, even if they wanted. This commander, not enjoying himself, will be taken down by the lowly infantry of the orcs. More orcs are going to move over to this side. Katsakins trying to shoot up these these flash kits. The God Save Me Emperor ability, keeping these Katsakins online. Does look like that all the flash kits have been taken care of. But while this has been going on, the orcs are just massing. Look, that's a lot of boys. But 91 orc bodies, well 95. If you don't include that the war boss is worth 2. I think that the big mech is worth 2. I think knobs are worth 2. Orc pop. Same with flash kits and whatnot. Mad Doc being a bit mad, going a bit closer, giving himself the fighting juice. As his flash kits move in. Their immortal ability is probably on cooldown at the moment. Late burner bomb there. Won't quite get them. Might even kill him, to be honest. No, the fighting juice manages to keep him alive. Good lad. Lehman Russ is now out on the field, but the endless tide of orcs continues. But we're not getting anything in the way of kills, but is just occupying their time. More Ogrins are out. A Squigoth is now on the field as well, as more orcs mass. I don't know what would be the more viable strategy, to just keep on sending them in this general direction, or waiting for them to come in fell waves. But regardless, Squigoth manoeuvring into the guardsman front line. Very powerful in close combat. Lots of shooty bits on its back. Lehman Russ looted tank, offering fire support from a distance. Ogrin's been absolutely sliced up, being nutted. Squigoth though, turning his backside on him. He's saying, come catch me if you can. Na 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 na. Tank busters stealthily holding up over here, just preventing preventing this Set Priest Agency from building up anything going on over here. Orcs looking a little bit lackluster, to be fair. They're kind of losing their momentum at the moment. Well, they do have a lot of blue money and a lot of green money to play with. They could just spam anything and everything that they want. In a game of attrition, the Orcs are going to win. Lehman Russ against Lehman Russ in a long-range combat. Although, mind you, the Lehman Russ of the Imperial Guard variety is probably a lot more accurate than the looted Lehman Russ tank. Swift coming round the side, probably found that this narrow corridor was a little bit of a awkward way to come. He is already on half health, but these Ogrins aren't going to touch his sides at all. Grotz spanking the Squigoth, giving him more health. Another wave of Orc Slugger Boys coming round the side. There's some mischief going on in the middle. Killer Khan just chilling out in the middle. Though we do have a Mars pattern command coming down. Baneblade on the way. If the Imperial Guard can just survive for a little bit longer, that Baneblade will do some serious numbers on this mass of Orcs. No matter how many green bodies you have on the field, Baneblades are a Baneblade. And no amount of choppers can cut through them. Squigoth making short work of this Lehman Russ. Well, I mean, he's just kind of just staring at him with an intimidating glare. Imperial Guard wavering, their battle line flustered, having to turn around to deal with this Killer Khan. Lots of tank busters going in at this infantry command. Baneblade still only halfway into being produced. Priest keeping the Castigans alive. But for how much longer? Squiggoth moving on the eastern flank. Oh, sorry, the western flank. Orks continuing to stream in. Just look at this sheer amount. A river of green to make a river of red. Killer Khan soon to be falling, but another one will just come in to replace it. The Orks have the money to just constantly replace anything that falls. Baneblade almost out. Squiggoth quite low on health. Grots can't seem to get his health back up to a healthy number. Flash Gates moving around the side, turning their attention to these Castigans with the Priest. Priest does fall, and the Castigans will be shot down. Chilling Tango throws out the 99%, which is what the Baneblade was at, which is very unfortunate. If that Baneblade came out at that time, it might have been a completely different story. But without that Baneblade, he is going to fall. Throwing out that GG as the War Boss comes in for another slap on that listening post. And Chilling Tango leaves the game. And that is that. My goodness. What a treat. We've seen Squiggoths. We've seen War Bosses. We've just seen that infinite Slugger Boy research, which is, creme de la creme. Absolutely phenomenal game. Well anyway, my name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never char. And I will see you in a bit. Peace.